Sure, Johnny. Sure.
Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dime. Drunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet.
Man.
This
What?
is how we do it in that
I'm concentrating on putting some facts on your ass.
DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.
What up, H-Town and down?
Happy bright Monday.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
I love this time of year.
Sunshine is out. I did not want to come inside. It is beautiful.
I walked up. I was like, "What are you doing out here?" Lauren was just standing out there outside. She goes, "I'm just outside. I just want to be outside."
It was so pretty, you know. The sun's still out.
Well, you can go hang out out there
It
if you want
finally
to.
came out of the clouds because it's been kind of like overcast in Houston all day.
It was raining.
Why is this up here?
Oh, that's my clip. It was in my hair. I took my hair down. But I want to know what Dry Jeff is. Apparently, we got Jeff is.
No, I've been on my workout and I haven't been drinking like at all.
for
Like
you.
sometimes after the show's on Wednesday or Thursday, I'll go out. Yeah, boring. Exactly. Yeah, my Facebook's pretty boring these days.
Shocker, Mr. Lone Star.
God, you are having a Monday.
No, I'm not.
Kevin, what happened to him,
I'm
bro?
not having a Monday.
You just said it earlier. You're like, Monday.
Well, you know, Lauren asked, so I answered a question. I said it's a Monday.
I said it hasn't been a Monday. He was kind of moping a little bit, so
I'm
just trying to
moping.
help you.
Yes, I got a
Moping.
compliment on my shirt already.
Oh, really?
You did.
Third compliment. Man, you the man,
Sweet.
Kevin.
I was one of those.
I'm gonna come buy a car from Kevin and not you.
Well, Kevin doesn't sell cars, so
Oh, well,
you can't do that. Kevin doesn't sell
What's
them.
up, guys? Welcome into Sports with Balls. We're sitting over here at Christian's Tailgate in Midtown. Of course, it is a Monday. Man, thank you guys for paying attention and showing some love. As always, Jeff Michael,
Damn,
Lauren
look at that
Leal,
right there.
Grant Miles. What?
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, that looks
If
beautiful.
you just go to the right about 30 miles, my house is right there. I'm not kidding.
So what
you
we're
for real?
pointing
South
at,
Beach.
Nobody likes a bragger, Jeff.
what we're pointing at is West Palm Beach because that's where the Astros are at,
Yeah.
and they're about to start. They're 30 minutes away from.
Well, technically, the house is in
First
West Palm Beach. I
pitch.
thought that was Miami. That looked like South Beach, not West Palm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And you're here.
Oh, I just know that they're in. I just
They're
know
in
the
Florida,
facilities
yeah.
in West Palm Beach.
we're at Christian's Tailgate. Check this lineup for this week coming with at Christian's Tailgate here. We all know St. Patty's Day. Our boy Grant, that's his holiday.
You're damn right. That's
Coming
my
up on
people,
Wednesday,
man.
but they
That's
got-
my people.
$2 Taco Tuesdays tomorrow. $2 Taco Tuesday tomorrow. Steak night on St. Patty's Day, which is Wednesday, obviously, with 2 for $15 Irish car bombs and $2 Jello shots. Also, $15 domestic buckets during the whole month of March Madness.
Just, I have a question.
Yep.
I'm a little bit offended as a
shit.
Irish person that we have a drink called the Irish Car Bomb. Why is it? Why is that?
Is
I
this
don't
like
even know
the
what that is.
Pepe Le Pew type thing?
Yes, it is. I'm offended now. I'm offended.
Are you feeling
Irish
triggered?
People car
Are you
bomb,
feeling triggered?
Bomb cars? Yes, I'm triggered right now. I'm officially triggered.
Here we go.
This is an IRA reference.
Oh, I'll say
IRA, the Irish Republic Army.
Speaking of IRA,
Not that kind of.
we can't listen. I'm going to tell everybody right now. There's no possible way we're going to sit here and go through every single signing in the last couple of days.
Oh my gosh, it's freaking crazy. Especially today. I mean,
Unbelievable.
I think the Texans hit a record of the most signings that they've ever done in their franchise history, like in a day like this.
Grant brought up a point a second ago, though, when he was talking about the Texans, which Grant doesn't talk about the Texans ever.
I do, just not favorably. Favorably, I do though.
He talks about Deshaun Watson and what he means. I mean, of course, through this whole saga, how can you not?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm giving the Texans credit. Everybody, they've been beat down over the over the last year with just all their free agents moves, Bill O'Brien, trading Hopkins, drafting, all these things. The Texans are aggressive today. Now, they may not be going out and like getting all the big time guys, but that's not how you build. I mean, you may get a big one, but I mean, they are aggressive today. I'll give them credit for that.
For sure. It's the first time we're getting to see Nick Caserio do his work.
And he's working.
So far,
He's
so
working.
far, so good. I was going to say one more comment before about the Irish Day on Wednesday. St. Patty's Day. I can't get that in my head.
St. Patty's Day.
I just say Irish Day.
That's okay.
They did the Chicago River Green.
I saw that. Yeah.
Because I
think
believe
it's
they
cool.
skipped out last year.
Yeah,
because
I
of
think that's cool.
everything, and-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was a surprise to the Chicago residents because they didn't think they were going to get it this year. So they woke up, had the River Green, which is a cool thing to see on TV.
awesome.
Forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
But
that's
I
really
just
cool
feel bad
thing.
for all the fish. Isn't like that super contaminating?
Oh my god. If it was
Do you think they would do that if that was the case?
now, Lauren's triggered.
Yeah, I know. She's triggered by a green river.
Food coloring is not good to put in your body in general. So imagine.
Do you know it's food coloring?
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so
I'm just saying that.
educate yourself,
happened.
Lauren. Educate you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna
You
find
don't
out.
even
I'm gonna
know
let you
what
know.
happened, bro.
I'm gonna. Whoa, she broed me.
Broed you.
She broed me, dude. Damn. I've never heard you bro somebody. She broed me. I know. That's what I said. Damn. All right.
Oh man, today's show
Gonna be
brought
like
to you.
that.
Today's show brought to you by
Unagi.
Smarter Mortgage. Call David Carrier at 281-650-0648. Mention SWB, get a free quote ASAP. Call today to secure tomorrow. If you're buying a home, anything you got to do, call David. He'll get you some money.
For sure, for sure. Well, we got a packed show for you. I mean, Jeff just mentioned a little bit about the signings today. Woo! We'll
Yeah.
get into a few of those, but
Before we came on air, right before we came on air, Gronkowski was signed.
$10
you know?
million deal, 1 year.
And we, Grant and I, and you were discussing how the Patriots, not the Patriots, Tampa Bay, well,
Former
it
team.
might as well be the Patriots. Tampa Bay's bringing everybody back.
Mm-hmm.
They're going at it again.
Man,
Yes,
I
they
just
are.
have to say really quick while we have the spring training game on right here. This just takes me back. We're coming up on we're getting really close to our anniversary here, and it just takes me back to this time last year
When we started.
when we were starting.
Oh, yeah. Baseball
Like,
obviously
baseball was
got,
huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it got stopped.
And then it got stopped, but they had the first part of spring training.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
Oh yeah, they started that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
It was about a year ago Lauren came on. Somewhere about there. Or
It was,
maybe
April, it was April, so we're coming up to it.
up to
We're
there.
coming up to
Coming
it.
up to the
Coming up to it.
Oh shit! And y'all get ready. We've got our baseball special coming up. We'll announce the date here in a little bit, and we've also got our 100th episode coming up in May, right in the middle of May. So those are going to be big, important days. But let's get into some sports, y'all. Let's get into what's hot with Lauren. Brought to you by Joe Applewhite and Applewhite Realty.
You did good.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Let's keep going. You got it.
713-291-5270. Call Joe, and he'll hook you.
Let me tell you something that's hot real quick.
Go ahead.
They say the dye is completely harmless, and major environmental groups don't argue about it.
Good. Good.
So it's
Educate
harmless.
yourself, Lauren.
It's harmless. Educate yourself.
You know what?
Educate.
You educated yourself with the internet. You're such a smart man.
I am. Tell me more about me.
I'm just kidding, Grant. But
Oh,
let's get into.
That was very passing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just kidding. You're not that great.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate
Kevin
that.
Anthony with some more education. Organizers say the dye is vegetable based. It's actually orange until it makes contact with the water.
I am happy that y'all are pulling all of this up. Thank you so
You brought
much.
it up, so I'm just trying to.
No, I've always been worried about that. Like ever since I heard that,
Worried about the
diet
fish.
green. But let's get into what's sizzling hot.
Can I just say this? You're so worried about the fish that you eat them.
I know, right?
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
want
not
to
the
eat
chickens.
contaminated.
Yeah, not the chicken.
Nope.
But she's so worried about the fish that she'll eat them.
I don't want to eat contaminated fish. Okay.
Okay. Oh, she even did that. Damn.
It's on the
Lauren is going off today.
It is spicy.
This is fantastic.
Woo!
All right, go ahead.
High school,
Sorry.
high school Lauren.
I've interrupted enough. Do your thing.
You're good. You're good. All right, we'll get to our first what's hot, and we'll go what happened over the weekend. Cam Newton's contract. So there was a lot of talk about the $14 million contract, and I'll break it down a little bit and kind of what it means because a lot of people think he's going to be out there starting. We don't know that for sure, but there's a lot of earnings set in place for what happened. So he could earn up to $13.6 million. Breaking that down, $5.1 million if healthy and on the roster as a backup, as I just mentioned. If he is starting all season, it's $6.6 million. And then if he starts all season long and they make the playoffs, New England going to playoffs, then it's $8.6 million that he will earn. Is it worth it? Is he worth it?
I just don't know how he jumps from 1.4, 1.6 to 14.
Yeah.
I mean, did he do something last year that we'd missed?
So what they're trying to justify is saying that Patriots signed Cam Newton so late last year, which we remember, because after he was let go from the Panthers, it was like, they held on to him as long as they could. However, he didn't have quote unquote enough time to get all the
Gel
play
with the
calls
team?
down.
So that's $13 million?
So I have it broken down. So it's $3.5 million fully guaranteed. And if you already said this, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Thank you.
$3.5 million fully guaranteed is what it was. It offsets available on base salary. So per game active bonus of $88,000, $8.5 million incentives available for playoffs, Pro Bowl, All Pro, MVP, Super Bowl, MVP, etc. Playtime incentives, all kind of different incentives. So it makes you wonder. It obviously sees that, number one, New England doesn't necessarily see him as their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
That'd be my first reaction. And two, I don't think Cam had any feelings he was going to get anything better anywhere else.
There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
way.
No
like,
way.
I was still shocked at this, but now that you laid it out like that, it's entirely incentive based.
100%.
So does this mean if he makes the playoffs, does he have to go as a starter? Because the Pro Bowl, obviously starter. You know, you'd have to be a starter to make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if he gets his bonus if the team makes the playoffs and he's not the starter.
Here you go. Playoff incentives, $500,000 each for 60% regular season snaps and a playoff berth. And it just goes 70%, 80%, 90%.
Oh, wow.
$500,000 for each playoff win, 50% of the snaps, maxes out at $1.5 million. A Super Bowl win at 50% of the snaps.
So technically, this is like a $3 to $5 million contract.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's basically it's a signing bonus of $2 million and a base salary of 1.5.
Yeah. So basically $3 to $5 million, which is probably what he's going to get unless they make the playoffs and win a game.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha.
And like I said, they were trying to justify his playing last year because he got on the team so late, didn't learn the play calls. But then also, you think about whenever he did throw the ball, it was just like little chunks.
terrible.
It was very bad.
It was awful.
It was not good.
awful.
It was not fun.
And just so you know, Lauren, I do listen to you. I was joking.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't want you to be upset. Oh, man, Lauren's mad at me today.
I don't know.
Lauren's mad at me today.
You know what?
I don't know
I was
what I did.
trying to
I walked up. I walked up. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing out here?" I was being real sweet and nice, and now Lauren, she's broing me, and she's,
I like how you go up in your voice. Oh, she was being so sweet and nice.
See, that's what I do. See, I'm married. That's what I do. Whenever I'm talking to my wife and I'm trying to be, get back in her good graces, the voice has to go up a little bit. The voice, like I'm, so it's just
This is not sports with balls.
That's
today.
what it is. That's what it is. 100%.
Sports with non-balls.
I have no problem admitting that.
Sports with non-balls this evening, guys.
No
Welcome.
problem.
Welcome
No
in.
problem. No problem. But that's also why I've been married 15 years. So there you go.
There you go. There you go. I'm just kidding, Grant. I knew I was checking on you.
Your voice went high there.
It did.
Yes.
It did. It
Anyway,
cracked a little
move
bit.
on.
All right, moving on to the next contract that we're going to break down. Well, not necessarily break down, but just inform you. Of course, Tom Brady has an extension with the Buccaneers through 2022, at least one more year. So this allows movement in cap space for what we said earlier, Rob Gronkowski, which got his extension as well, Shaquille Barrett, and Levante David, and more. So the seven-time champ and Brady tweeted out, "In pursuit of 8 LFG bucks, we're keeping the band together."
Yeah, I mean, we, like you said at the top of the show, Tampa Bay's basically signing everybody back. And we all know, like Grant said last show, the defense is what really won them that championship, and the lack of offensive line on Kansas City's part.
John.
Yeah.
I will be water boy for $100,000 a year.
It's funny you called him John.
Because you taught us that.
I know, that's my cousin. Yeah, it is.
Sorry if I offended you, John Smith.
He loves it. I mean, his name's John Smith.
Guarantee you, he gets a kick out of you calling him John. 100%.
I love me some John. But I mean, look, I thought Brady was going to retire, walk out into the sunset because of the fact that he is 43.
After throwing that Lombardi trophy,
He's a little hammered. Like these people outside, they got their stimulus checks. They're having a blast.
Yeah.
did they say that?
No, I just guessing. Like, I was just wondering.
You can pretty much assume.
Just like if I get mine, that's what I'm going to do.
I didn't get one. I'm not getting one. The Texans got theirs. They're spending. But
There have been so many funny tweets and memes I've seen about those. Like
About what?
This should be the stimulus show.
when the stimulus check hits.
Oh, okay.
And blank.
I got you.
Yeah.
Strippers and whatever.
I don't do that.
So, I'm just saying
I
that's
don't
that's all the memes. Well, that's the ones that I saw. Lauren's might be a little easier.
Yeah.
There you go, Johnny. Back to Brady getting drunk and throwing the trophy. But we all knew. Well, we didn't. I thought Brady was going to retire, but he obviously is coming back, and they've got him for 2 more years.
Yep.
So
$25 million guaranteed.
I'm assuming they're the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, 100%. I mean, everybody, like we said, when we're going to get into it a little bit more, everybody's coming back. So, I mean, you would think now. Now, the other part about that, though, is other teams are improving. Other teams are signing players. Kansas City's, they signed a guard, one of the best available offensive linemen in the NFL in free agency. So teams are getting better. They're keeping their players. It's just wonder if they can come back at it and do it again.
Injuries are that's going to be the key to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They were 100% healthy going into the playoffs, and it showed.
Yeah.
And so if they can stay healthy, I mean, who's going to stop them?
No.
It's been an exciting day for sure. We'll move on a little bit from the contract talks for a second and go to NCAA. So Rick Pitino is back, baby, in the NCAA tournament with Iona University. It's his 5th different team that he's led to the tournament. So previously Boston, Providence, Kentucky, and Louisville.
This is so...
I know you're excited about
Yeah, I mean, I used to love Rick Pitino, and so cool to see him with those kids and watching them celebrate. It was magical. It was awesome to see that the school's never been. He's taken to the tournament. It's Rick Pitino, and I would be scared to face him in the first round because he can win any game. Rick Pitino is a great coach, obviously, so he can win. He can win one game.
Yeah, Rick Pitino, he's obviously, everybody knows. If you don't know, I would encourage you to look up just Google Rick Pitino, Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah.
You'll see the story of what he went through at Louisville and all the things that came as a result of that. And to his credit, to Rick Pitino's credit, when I interviewed and asked about it, he said, I deserve to get fired. And, I mean, he went along with it. Now, of course, he didn't have a choice to go along with it, but he admitted, hey, I deserved it. So, and you talk about resurrect. I mean, Iona. I mean, he could have gone. He could have probably gone anywhere. And this dude's like, I'm going to turn a team that was 12-17 last year.
Wow.
I know it's 12-17 that last year, and take them to the tournament. I mean, hey, Rick Pitino is one of the GOATs when it comes to college coaching, college basketball coaching.
Probably top 7 or 8.
He tried it in the NBA, it didn't work.
Yeah.
But college basketball, that dude's a GOAT. Absolutely.
Damn.
We'll move on to our last one here in a second. We'll have the photo up. But the Players' Championship happened, and Justin Thomas took home the win for the first time in his career. He's the 4th player since 1990 to have 14 wins before the age of 28. Woo! And I'm not sure if you caught the golf tournament itself, but also the post-game interview. When he was asked about his grandpa, he completely broke down because he passed away along the way, and asking if he carried that with him. But very an emotional win for Justin Thomas. Good for you.
Justin Thomas, youngest, he's got a few golf records. Youngest player ever to win the FedEx Cup. Led the tour in money in 2017, led the tour in money in 2018, is leading the tour in money again this year, obviously with a big help from the Players' Championship. But he's playing great golf, and he's tough to hold back when he's on. But just like any golfer, golf's crazy. They can go weeks and weeks and weeks with a bad stroke, but it was a great story to see him win. The golf tournament itself was phenomenal to watch, and to Grant, what he was saying last week was the fans are there.
Yes.
And man, when they hit incredible shots and to see the fans erupt, especially on 17 at Sawgrass, it was phenomenal to see.
Yeah, I just love watching that tournament, at that course. But yeah, I mean, and to think about it, Justin Thomas came in. I think Justin Thomas came in the Sunday. I think he was 4 back, was he?
Yeah, 4
He was 3. He was 3 or 4 back. I watched the majority of it. Thomas just does what he does, which is just
he was solid. I think. Bryson completely folded.
Did you see the one where
Westwood folded.
I don't even think.
He topped it and it went into the water.
I don't even went past like the ladies' tees.
Yeah.
Like, how you joke around with your boys when you're playing golf. You be like, what happens if you don't make it past the ladies'
Yeah, you
tee?
got to play with your pants down.
Yes. So, but DeChambeau, and what was great about it is when they have the tracker. They do the tracker. It was straight down.
And honestly, I've never seen a professional do that.
Me neither.
I've never seen off the tee a professional hit the ball maybe 100 yards and it just dived down.
Well, what was crazy about that hole was Westwood too. So DeChambeau hit it.
Yeah, and then Westwood went
right. 50 yards, like beyond 50 yards to the right. I mean, they screwed up that hole. But to DeChambeau's credit, that dude, and I say he only double bogeyed that hole.
Yep.
I mean, that dude was all over the course on that. I think it was on the 4th hole. But yeah, can I ask you, as somebody that interviews people?
Go ahead.
Is it necessary for them to ask him about the grandfather?
Yes.
Because they know that he's going to do that.
Listen.
His grandfather just died a month prior.
I know. It was.
Why
it was,
ask
it
him
was
that?
They
the
want
last
the reaction.
question. It was the last question. It was
I
heartfelt.
knew it was coming. I knew he was going to ask him, and he did it. And I was like, man, that was disappointing for me.
It touched me because I recently
And I get
lost
that.
my grandfather, but
But would you like to be asked about it on television
Well, he
a month
asked if
after
he
it
brought
happened?
that with him.
Of course he
throughout.
did. Of course he did. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like, I understand why he did it. I didn't like it. I didn't like that he did that.
I
to him.
understand. I get it. There's no right or wrong answer.
No, I get it.
It's all perspective.
I know.
You know.
I understand that.
And
Jeff's trying to get us back to
Jeff
being goofy,
is
but I just wanted to
trying
ask.
to-
I just wanted to ask that question.
Let's go.
Who does Jeff look like right now with these glasses on?
I don't know. Somebody weird.
He looks like a science teacher.
All right, let's go.
A professor. Yeah.
Not role playing till later.
Oh, okay.
She's not watching. Shh.
Oh my gosh.
Behave.
Exactly. Thank you, Johnny.
Let's go.
All right, that wraps up our What's Hot, but we'll move on to things that are hot right now. We mentioned the contracts and the signings, the big signings. I'll list some of the Texans players. Feel free to jump in or list some other guys that you want to mention. But like I said, we're seeing Nick Caserio work for the first time. We haven't really gotten to see him work since being hired last year. So, what are you doing, Jeff?
It was a mosquito and a big
I
one.
was like, it looks like you were doing some sort of
Focus.
like
Focus.
aroma with the air.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
My bad.
Focus.
Too much Red Bull.
And you had a good workout today, right?
Yes.
So you have the endorphins flowing.
I'm ready to go.
I feel you. So, yeah, former Clemson teammate of Deshaun Watson, outside linebacker Shaq Lawson, was acquired after sending Benardrick McKinney to Miami. So he'll be joining Watson if Deshaun Watson does stay in Houston, which I think will happen, but we'll see. Running back Mark Ingram of the Ravens is coming to the Texans, and that really wasn't a shock because he had relationships with David Culley in Baltimore. So kicker Andre Roberts signed a 2-year deal with Houston, and the list goes on.
Well, Caserio also brought in 2 offensive linemen from the Patriots. Obviously, he's got incredible connections over there, and they're wheeling and dealing. I posted this today. If y'all don't follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I mean,
All of it.
absolutely every one of them. Just type in Sports with Balls. We're there.
Go.
I posted this today about how, like, are Texans fans just seriously confused? Because they are signing defensive backs, defensive linemen, offensive linemen. I'm like, this is the busiest I've seen the Houston Texans in a decade.
Well, that's the thing is, like I said, we've never really seen Nick Caserio do anything. Last year we had GM, which was Bill O'Brien, and he's never been in that position either. He's been a coach.
Please trade Watson to Carolina and get these picks. With all this that's going on, this would be amazing. Like, Watson's not coming back. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's going to be weird to see how that plays out. But one of the things you got to make sure to tell people is this is what's called, which is weird. The NBA does this, and I don't get it. This is the official tampering period, which means they haven't officially signed anything. They've just kind of come to an agreement. They officially signed on Wednesday at 3 o'clock our time, 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Right.
So it's all just kind of hearsay right now. I don't think anything's going to change. I don't think they're going to do with DeAndre Jordan like he did again on the Mavericks not too long ago. But but it's all, when you look at their money, it's all really small money. It's not a huge investment.
Yeah.
They got a lot of players for not a whole lot of money. I think the most that they gave is Andre Roberts, the receiver from Buffalo, $5.95 million. That's really the highest. Everybody else is in that $2, $3, $4 million range.
And strange enough, I love Andre Roberts, but this is 7th team. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if he's used as one of those key pieces to trade off and stuff like that with the NFL, but Andre Roberts is a decent receiver.
He's 33, so I mean he's
up there.
He's in NFL terms, he's on the older side.
Sure.
But it looks like they just got a lot of veteran players. I mean, 33, 29, 29, 27, 32, 27. Like, those are some of the age of some of these guys.
Now, I want to go off away from the Texans for a minute and talk about Aaron Jones. You look at signing running backs. We talk about Zeke and him holding out and obviously not worth it after what the performance he had last season. How do we feel about this?
I didn't think he was going to stay with Green Bay, but I think after all the Tampa Bay signings, Aaron Jones was like, let's run this back. Because I'm sure they want their chance back. If everybody remembers, there was a pass interference call, or Green Bay would have won that game. So I'm sure with everybody back for Green Bay and Aaron Jones back, they are going to the playoffs, number one. Number two, they're probably top 4 to make the Super Bowl or win it.
Yeah.
So he's 26 years old. It's a 4-year, $48 million contract. I'm not sure how much of that is incentive-based.
I mean, is he better? Okay, this is where it's crazy, right? 4 years, 40 what?
48.
4 years, 48. And he's 28 years old. 26. So
26, yeah.
if he was looking for the big deal, he did not get it.
I mean, if you ask me, I think he got probably more than he should have, just in the way, because you got to think about it in terms of running backs.
$13 million signing bonus.
In terms of running backs and what his annual salary is going to be, he's up there with, of course, you have Christian McCaffrey one, then you have Zeke and Kamara next. He's right there. Would you put him in that category? I don't know.
He led the league in touchdowns 2 years ago, not last year, but the year before.
The biggest thing that is weird about this is one of the things that you have to have a good running back and have a successful running back is have a good offensive line. They just let their starting center go, who signed Lindsley. It's not Lindsey, it's Lindsley, however you say his last name. He went to the Chargers. So, you wonder how effective he's going to be if you have a situation like that where you've got an offensive lineman who's their best leave. Why wouldn't you want to invest in him rather than your running back?
I mean, they might have somebody behind him that's good. I don't know, but Aaron Jones is an elite running back, I think.
You'd put him in an elite category. Like when you're sitting down and you're putting down running backs that are the elite of the elite.
Top 5.
You'd put him in that category.
I don't know. You got Derrick Henry, Kamara, CMC.
Even though Zeke's had has had a bad couple of seasons, you still put Zeke up there.
Yeah, but Jones is better than Zeke at the moment.
You would put Jones ahead of Zeke?
I can't believe it's the running back for the Giants that got hurt. That's a badass.
Oh, Barkley.
Barkley, yeah. I mean, Saquon's amazing. Now, hopefully he can come back 100% healthy. But, I mean, look, he led the league in 2019 in touchdowns. He had an incredible season last year, and, they almost made the Super Bowl. So why not? But I think he should have been in the $50, $55 million range. But, I mean, because once you get 30 years old for a running back, I mean, he's in his prime. Ancient.
Hey, look, and that's good for him. He's in his prime money-making time, so he's made the most of his situation.
He's saying that he should make more.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he should have made a little bit more because he's not getting a big deal after this. You're not signing a 30-year-old running back to another huge deal. It's not happening. There's going to be somebody behind him that's going to be better and younger and faster. By the way, Johnny J.
Zeke is trash.
Zeke is trash. That's why I don't read garbage. That's why I didn't say that. Zeke is trash. He didn't know what he's talking. Hey, look, he hasn't played as well as he should have, but I tell you what, for trash, that dude plays pretty well.
Speaking of trash and contracts, can we get into the next one?
Yeah, I was just about to. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they're reconstructing all of their contracts right now with big guys, of course, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and they're trying to free up $20 million in cap space with the 3 moves of reconstructing these guys.
I was going to the next one, though. I mean, yeah, I totally agree with you.
All right.
Well, I was just excited for the next one, but Patrick, Mahomes and them, Mahomes' contract. Obviously, we talked about it on Thursday about how much money he takes up. Whatever, she's looking at her notes. I'm talking about Taysom Hill's contract.
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Taysom. Okay.
I cannot. This is if you thought. Look, Aaron Jones got 46 million or whatever. How much did Taysom get?
Well, if you want to know,
crazy.
Okay, so yeah, when you see it, it's really like it just pops off. So I'll just read this. Taysom Hill, Saints agree on a 4-year, $140 million extension for Taysom Hill.
Where's that what button?
So of course, when you read that, it just pops off, and you're just like, "What the hell?" But
it's a weird contract. I've never seen anything like this.
All the years are voidable, so like they can void it all.
That's just
they can void it all. So the deal freed up about $7.5 million in cap space. His numbers include a $9.6 million signing bonus.
Taysom Hill.
Yes, Taysom Hill.
$9.6 million signing bonus.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's got to
figured-
be some Drew Brees influence.
I was gonna say, I figured Drew Brees leaving that, yeah, they would have their backup, but they would bring somebody new.
That's
on.
almost $10 million to sign for Taysom Hill. What has he done?
Basically, they signed him in real money. They signed him for 1 year for almost $12.5 million.
That's making more than Aaron Jones.
Yeah. that's making like $500,000 under Aaron Jones.
And that and Aaron,
on your
and
annual
Aaron
average.
Jones led the league.
So
in
he's the
touchdowns.
so in other words, he's the starter.
No, he's not. Taysom Hill
But that's
can't
the
be.
thing.
I don't think he's.
Well,
their
the other
starter.
thing is they
Well,
also
if they're
have
gonna do
Jameis.
that-
They also have Jameis Winston to worry about. They haven't signed.
Yeah.
He's a free agent as well.
Houston, I've heard Houston rumors about Jameis Winston too.
Jameis Winston. Wow. Okay.
I've actually heard rumors too that Watson to New Orleans, which would, I mean, the Saints fans would have something to scream about there. But I mean,
Then why the heck would they do that if they're
it's-
trying to get Watson?
Well, it's weird because they just said the contract is voidable. I've never seen anything like that to where they're just like, we can just void this entire thing.
So here's the thing. So
That's why I'm assuming that's why the signing bonus was 9.6 is because
Correct.
at any point in time they can be like, see you later. Here's your 9.6 and we're out.
correct. I do have to
I'll
say.
take it.
I do have to say. Right. Well, yeah,
Sign me up.
absolutely. I do have to say real quick.
Sign or unsign me, I'll take
Over
it.
5 years, Zeke Elliott averaged 1,300 yards per year. So if that's trash and garbage, then I guess he's garbage.
Oh.
But anyway, so I do want to
Johnny's
say.
hand goes.
I do want to say, explain this voided situation.
Yes, explain it. Break it down. Break it down.
I want to explain that. Why am I hearing that?
Sorry.
Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you? Okay. I mean, I like hearing myself, so you can go ahead and play it. But I mean, 1,300. 1,300. How'd Barkley do last year?
Oh.
All right. So,
Shit.
so what I was saying though.
Okay, voidable contracts. What it
So
means.
here's the deal with voidable. That's been going on this offseason. I think we talked about it with Dak's deal. So what they do is, like Tom Brady's is one of these. It's voidable at the end of the contract. So what they do
What's that?
is, I have no idea. Mine's muted, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
Anyway, so what they do is you have hello. Okay, we're there. All right. Pause. Go. It's so they can spread out their signing bonus. So if they give them a 4-year deal, they can spread out their signing bonus over a certain number of years. And then, if a contract's 4 years and it's guaranteed for 2, at the end of that second year, they can void it and get a one-time hit on their cap. So, for an example, on Tom Brady's contract in 2022, I think it is, or 2023, they can void his contract and he has a one-time cap hit of $24 million. So they're just basically putting all this money, the signing bonus, they're spreading it out. That's how they're creating this cap space. So they're voidable, as opposed to having a contract that's at a certain length. I don't know if that helps, if that explains what that looks like,
Well,
but that's what it is.
Okay. Thank you for breaking that down. What I compare it to is kind of like. So I actually just got a tweet from Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Anyways, I compare it to Patrick Mahomes. That's why I
Yes.
say that, because now that they're trying to reconstruct those 3 guys' contracts, and him, Kelsey, and the third player that I said a minute ago, Chris Jones, that puts more money in their pocket now.
Correct. Yes. So that's
Then
why
for later.
That's why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did that with Tom Brady. So what they did was they renegotiated. They spread out his salary cap hit for the signing bonus over a certain time frame. And then what they did was, so at 2023, if they were to cut Tom Brady, they would have to count $24 million towards their cap for him. And they've just basically spread out all these years so they can spread out the signing bonus. So I mean, that's what they're doing in essence, and that's what Tampa Bay did. That's what Tom Brady's doing. That's what Dak did. All that. So anyway.
Somehow my phone is messing up, so I'm not gonna be able to read y'all's comments right now. So
That's fine. Lauren does a good job of it.
Oh, thank you.
I'll read off Lauren's screen as usual.
I hope that, yeah, as usual. I hope that made sense. I don't know if it did or not. If
It did.
well,
Thank you.
No, it
Thank you for the explanation.
No, it did. It definitely did. Any other contracts you want to go over before moving on?
Y'all just log on to Sports with Balls or ESPN if you like that. Never mind.
Well, we haven't even seen the biggest. We haven't even seen the biggest money yet, because
Yeah, they're coming.
Trent Williams, the offensive tackle that played for the 49ers this year, that dude hadn't gotten signed yet. that dude's going to get a lot of money.
Yep. Then there's been some big money spent on offensive linemen so far. So we'll see. And like Grant said earlier, Wednesday at 3:00, all these become actual contracts.
Official, yeah.
And then we'll go on. So let's go.
Official like somebody else.
Oh.
All right.
Official like I missed that. What's that?
Oh,
see
you
Jeff's
know,
Facebook?
just a.
I didn't see. Oh, yes, I commented on
he
it
did
too.
comment.
Yeah, I thought it was like a 6-month memory deal.
Y'all are cute.
All right. No, you are cute. Y'all are cute. We'll move on to college hoops
Thank you.
because, hello, it's March Madness.
Bam.
Okay, so the UT, repping the burnt orange
Yes,
today,
you are. Damn right.
wins the Big 12. After Kansas tested positive, we know that they moved on to Saturday, play Oklahoma State, beat them 91-86, and now they're in the 3rd seed and play number 14 seed Abilene Christian on Saturday. For the 5th time, the Longhorns have been the 3rd seed or better since 2008, and this is their 35th NCAA tournament appearance overall, 19 in the last 22.
How far did KD go with the Longhorns?
I don't even think I think he went 2nd round.
Yeah, I don't think they
go
did far. This is
They
the
didn't go
best
far.
UT team that we've seen in a very long time.
10 years probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
10 years.
I've got them going to the Final Four. We discussed this prior to, but I do have them losing to Illinois. Is it Illinois?
Gonzaga.
I got them losing to Gonzaga.
They're
yeah.
on the same bracket side as
Jeff,
Gonzaga.
you're doing this all wrong.
What is
Why?
that?
You got to put some hope in there.
No, I mean I'm being a realist.
That's real.
I
mean,
I mean, I don't know who's going to beat Gonzaga.
and Illinois
know.
both. I mean, we discussed this a little bit. There's other teams, obviously, that we're going to go over, but Gonzaga and Illinois are just phenomenal basketball teams. Gonzaga, they lost their 2nd game only the other night in their conference tournament. But if those guys are on, I'm sorry, you're not beating them.
No, you're not. And good on Texas. I'm happy for Shaka Smart because
Oh yeah, he got so much shit the last couple of years.
and I gave him shit. I really did. Like last year after last year, I was like, look, we've had him for 4 years here. Nothing has happened. Like, what's up? And then this year, he's turned it around. I mean, they got great guard play. They got guards that are juniors and seniors. Inside guys are juniors and seniors. You got Greg Brown, of course, who's a phenom, the freshman. But man, that team is stacked.
They are.
That team plays great defense. That team's got good guard play.
Where are they in
could
your
do
bracket?
something. I've got them going to Final Four too.
I was going to
Final
say, you know the difference from Shaka Smart last year to this year? He has hair.
Yeah, maybe it's the
He
hair.
has hair.
Maybe it's
He
the
grew
You know
it
what? I
out.
remember the first time I watched the Longhorns play this year on television. I was like, "Who's that dude on the sideline?" And it was Shaka Smart.
It
I
makes
was like,
him look
"Man,
so much younger.
it makes him look so different. It's crazy."
Real quick, former Steelers offensive lineman Matt Freeler, who's amazing, reached an agreement, 3 years, $21 million with the Chargers. Their offensive line is retarded good.
Because they
and they've got one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
I mean,
Woo,
but that's
watch
smart.
out for the Chargers, man.
That's smart. That's how you build a football
Yes,
team.
I
That
agree.
is smart.
He's trying to talk to the Cowboys.
Yes, that's smart. That's what you do.
He's trying to send those
Jerry.
vibes out to Dallas.
You build a football team from the inside out, not
Yeah.
outside in.
Yeah, they're going to be really good. We all know Kansas City was amazing last year, and they made it to the Super Bowl, and they would have been a lot more competitive if they had both of their offensive guards.
I'll tell you what's going to be a great division, the AFC West. Because Oakland signed the big time defensive end. They're also in talks of signing like Sherman.
You mean Vegas?
Oh, did I say what I say?
Yeah,
Oakland?
Oakland.
Damn it!
I'm still
I do
stuck on
that,
that,
dude.
too.
I do that.
The
Las
Raiders.
Vegas.
It's
whatever.
normal. That's it.
The AFC West is going to be stacked next year.
Getting back to the
All right, I was going to say,
NCAA.
let's get back to college.
I love this. Grant, I want
college
to hear
basketball.
Grant's, do you have any upsets? Have you filled out your bracket yet? How about that?
I haven't.
Okay.
But when I looked at it, as far as upsets go, I don't know. Come back to me on that.
I've got one
Can I
because
just-
we're going to lead into it. Go.
Can I just give a huge shout out to the Cougs?
God, of course.
Like, I am so proud of this team. This is the first time since Fly Slim and Gemma days that they've been ranked as a number 3 seed.
They were great a couple years ago, too.
They were in 2019. Yeah, I know.
And they, lost
followed
in the
them over
first
there.
round?
Yeah.
Hey, hush it.
Yeah.
Yes, but this is so
I'm not
exciting
dogging-
to see this talent. It's
I'm just
so
a Memphis.
fun.
I love the Tigers, and they beat us twice. I
this
get
makes
it.
sense.
And I
This
think
makes
the Tigers are a better team, but
Well, this
whatever.
is the first AAC tournament because they've lost 2 out of the last 3 years. So.
They knocked my team out of the tournament. But anyways, I go Cougs because we are in Houston, so I want to see the Houston fired up. It's great for the city.
That's right, Vincent. Go Cougs. That's right, Mama. That is right. Go Cougs. Go Cougs.
The one upset that I have on here, because we're going to talk about this team for a second, is I've got Georgetown beating Colorado. Georgetown is a 12 seed, Colorado being a 5. I love the momentum that Georgetown has right now.
I like Georgia. I like that pick. I mean, the Pac-12, like, I'm shocked they even played any game. I mean, how many games did they play this year in the Pac-12? I don't feel like they played.
They're
any.
sensitive.
I'm surprised. Yes, they are. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at that to see what that looks like. But as far as an upset on my part, if I'm just sitting here, I haven't gone into it really deep as far as looking at the bracket goes. But upsets, shoot. I could probably say somebody like, even though it's not an upset, Maryland beating Virginia Tech. I just don't think the ACC was very good this year. I don't know. I just don't. Maryland, Big Ten was really good. Big Ten had a lot of really good teams this year, so that'd probably be 1 to 10 over 7. That would be one for me. I'd look out for UConn. UConn's really good. UConn plays good basketball, so those are a couple that I can say.
Yeah, the big thing about Georgetown too is Patrick Ewing.
Yes,
being with them after being trying so hard in the NBA and being an assistant coach. Now he comes back 4 years later and he goes into the NCAA championship. Poor
Ewing has always had Olajuwon in his way.
Yes.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, his entire career. Like, I'm not a huge Patrick Ewing fan, but I'd like to see, he's never done anything wrong to me. And by the way, did you see when he got carded at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that had to hurt. I mean, how do you not recognize Patrick Ewing? It's not like he's fitting in with anybody.
Yeah. It's not like he's a little dude. Yeah. But I tell you what, good on some of these guys that are former really big time NBA players that are really successful right now in college. You got Juwan Howard at Michigan. You got Patrick Ewing at Georgetown.
I feel bad for Michigan. They lost one of their starting forward.
Yeah.
He was a badass. I think he averaged like a double almost, 13 and 9. I think.
Yeah.
Big loss for them.
The biggest thing that's weird about this season, 2 things. One, no Kentucky, no Duke.
I know.
No.
I think it's since 1975 it's been that way.
I know.
1972.
Okay.
I know it's been for a long time.
It's crazy. And 2, because of the COVID thing, we have standby teams. Did you know this? So there are teams. There's 4 teams that are standby in case a team can't play because of COVID or anything like that. They get to take their place.
Wow, we get second string teams.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, it's just weird having standby teams in a college basketball tournament. It's really strange.
Weird.
I can tell you I love being in Houston and in Texas now because and I'm not an anti-masker or whatever. If you feel like wearing a mask, wear a mask. But I do enjoy going out and doing things. I went to the mall the other day, and a lot of people, 75-80% of the people still wear masks. Absolutely everywhere.
100%.
And that's okay. I can't breathe in the damn things. I absolutely hate them. Yeah. And I don't fear it. So walking around the mall was awesome. And going to the gas station, walking in and getting a Red Bull or something, that was awesome. Not having to, mask up, so the leniency's going a little different direction. And we all know the Rangers, 100% occupancy.
Yeah.
Astros games are going to have 20 or 30% in it, but you're going to have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And
that's fine. If you want to go to the game, wear one.
And
if you don't want to wear one, don't go to the game.
There you go.
That's what's great about it.
I mean, they've already been reporting out in West Palm Beach too, is that some people are wearing masks and some aren't.
Right.
So, it is each their own, That's what freedom is. You
And
choose.
by the way, state of Texas, 7 teams, 7 college teams in the tournament.
That's huge.
You're damn right.
Damn. And I have one
That's
of them
why I'm
at an
drinking Lone
upset.
Star today.
Lone Star State,
You're damn
baby.
right.
I'll see if I can't put a bracket challenge up on the Sports with Balls page on our Facebook. Maybe by tomorrow. Maybe we'll get some of y'all to fill it out, and we'll see how you do it. Maybe we'll have a prize for you.
Oh.
Come
Hook 'em,
join
though.
the show.
Hook 'em.
And then we'll talk about, of course, I want to break down who are you most shocked by, who are you rooting for, who are the teams you think are going to go the farthest. We talked a little bit about that today, but we got to thank some people. We've gotten so far into this show, and people that make this show happen, we got to give you a shout out. Roy Stanton and Hybrid Technologies Group, man, they got you covered when it comes to phones, cable services, surveillance cameras, cloud services, all of these services. You give them a call and they will hook you up at 832-336-1201. That's Hybrid Technologies Group. Mention SWB Sports with Balls and you'll get a percentage off. Okay. That's right. That's right.
That was really good. That was really
on
good,
point.
Lauren. That was very professional read that you just did.
Ready to hear yours, Grant.
Yeah. Now I'm kissing ass. So we also want to thank Construction Concepts. They are changing corporate culture one design at a time, from hospitality, corporate, luxury, retail, and medical facilities. Their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call at 713-589-2682. That's buildathouston.com.
Oh, got a little weak at the end there. There we go.
Oh, you know what it
All
was?
right. I was going to say, guys, I was going through deleting some of my notes from other shows, and I got to Super Bowl Sunday. That was such a fun time.
That was awesome.
Vincent.
Oh my gosh.
I want to go back.
Yes. Thank you all
thank-
for coming out to that Super Bowl Sunday.
Vincent, Kevin, I'm back on. Y'all can talk to me now. Well, maybe
No,
I'm not.
no, you're
Man,
not.
I
We can
can't-
still hear
I don't
you.
know
Jeff-
what the deal is.
Jeff, it's right here, buddy.
No, I already did all that. It's off.
All right.
Okay. So can we move on
We can move on to the past.
No.
to the past? Wow, that was a weird face. Did you see the face Jeff just
I
made?
didn't see the face.
That was fantastic.
Let's go to the
Can you
past.
emulate it?
No, I
Like, can
can't. Nobody can emulate that. That's
What was
Jeff.
that? Can you see it?
No, let's
No,
go.
he's not going to do it again. All right, so today is March 15th, in
Yeah?
case you don't know that. Payday for a lot of people out there, so that's why we got some folks out and about, out in the bar. March 15th. March 15th. What?
I was gonna say the 17th they have Chase and like Wells Fargo. I think that so like Wednesday. It's ironic that they're doing it on St. Patty's Day, but that Wednesday should be a pretty.
Oh,
interesting-
Wednesday's going to be off the chain.
Wednesday's gonna
We
be.
should have done the show on Wednesday.
That's gonna be nuts.
All right, so March 15th is today. March 15th, 1869.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Did you know the Cincinnati Red Stockings become the first publicly known professional baseball team?
The who? What?
Wow.
Cincinnati Red Stockings.
Red stockings.
Yes. Now,
Not
of
the
course,
Red Sox.
when I was reading about them, they said that that's not necessarily the first professional team, but it's the guys that got paid to play baseball, but it's the first publicly known professional baseball team.
Because it's professional if you get paid,
Correct.
regardless.
That's right. They traveled 12,000 miles from coast to coast playing teams. They went 57-0 during that season.
Wow.
57-0. You see a picture of them there? That looks like 1869.
Yeah, it is for sure.
We're gonna go back.
Someone said Back to the Future. I love it.
Damn right. We're gonna go back a little bit.
That's Mike. He's the manager here at Christians.
A little bit more.
Hey, Mike.
March
Oh, okay.
15th, Mike. Yeah. March 15th, 1912. Jeff.
Uh-oh.
Did you know pitcher Cy Young?
Oh my God.
Cy Young retired from baseball with 511 wins and 315 losses.
There is no way that
You
that's a
didn't know
year
that.
ago. No, I'm saying like we need to go back to that episode. That's not a year ago?
Jeff
I think so,
didn't
yeah.
know the
Yeah.
Cy Young.
No, we were at Prime, the Poker House.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
we are Glitter.
Yeah, glitter.
No,
yeah,
we
yeah.
were-
No, yeah, it was glitter.
Was
yeah.
that a year ago that you did that?
Yeah. It was. Well, I
No,
don't know if
'cause
it's
Lauren
the same
was on the
one.
show.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Maybe
the
it was
same
probably
one. But yeah.
September-ish or something.
There he is, Cy Young. That's what they named the Cy Young.
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So, yes, absolutely. That was great. That was one of the greatest moments ever. In baseball history,
Yeah.
just so you know, he leads the MLB in wins, losses, games started, complete games, innings pitched, hits allowed, earned runs allowed, and batters faced.
Still?
He ranks third all time in WAR and tied for 45th in WHIP.
Wow.
That dude's just beast mode. Like I mean, he's just
Beast
like
mode.
he's gonna throw it down the middle, and you're either gonna hit it or not, or he's
Yeah.
gonna hit you. One or the other.
Yeah.
mode.
March 15th, 1988, NFL's St. Louis Cardinals officially moved to Phoenix and become the Phoenix Cardinals, and they eventually become the Arizona Cardinals, which is what they are now. So there you go.
Sad day for St. Louis fans.
Yes, it was. March
I can't
15th.
stand the Cardinals.
March 15th, 1958. Got to read this. This is long, but I'll make it quick. Royals basketball star Maurice Stokes collapsed during a playoff game with encephalitis. He went into a coma and was permanently disabled. So 3 games prior, he's going for a loose ball, hits the goal, goes unconscious. They do like smelling salt. He wakes up. Then they played 3 days after against the Pistons. He suffered a seizure and was left permanently paralyzed.
I think he slid into the basketball goal, the padding, and that's one of the reasons they have more padding back now because of this. I think
Yes.
because of this reason.
Yeah.
And he hit his neck in a weird way or something, and then
Yeah.
it obviously, I think it caused a blood clot or something like that. And then 3 days later, this obviously.
Yep,
happened.
a
This
brain
is-
injury that damaged his motor control center. During the years that followed, Stokes would be supported and cared for by his lifelong friend and teammate Jack Twyman, which is the picture I have there, who became Stokes' legal guardian.
That's awesome.
See, that's awesome, but this is the sad thing and the risk that all these guys take each and every season.
Well, it's like that one George. Whenever he totally ripped apart his leg. Who was it? Paul George. When he was, I think it was Olympic trials. He was going up for layup and he completely broke his leg in half.
Gross.
It was disgusting. So, but that dude, I was reading his first 3 years in the league. That dude was like Dennis Rodman before Dennis Rodman as far as NBA. He was NBA Rookie of the Year, all that good stuff. March 15th, 1962. Did you know Wilt Chamberlain is the first to score 4,000 points in an NBA season? He finished his career with 31,419. He still holds the record for most points scored in a season for that season at 4,029.
Check this stat out for Dennis Rodman. You ready?
Go ahead.
5 games. 0 points, 28 rebounds, 45 minutes. 0 points, 25 rebounds, 48 minutes. 0 points, 24 rebounds, 43 minutes. 0 points, 0 points, 21 rebounds, 38 minutes. 0 points, 20 rebounds in 30 minutes.
Dennis Rodman was a goat, man.
Wow.
And underneath it, if go to Sports with Balls, it says know your role.
Yeah.
I mean, Dennis Rodman was a monster.
Yeah, he was-
anybody
he
that
was
can
good.
rack up 28, 25, 24, 21, 20. I mean,
Nuts, dude.
at 0 points, he's not even trying.
And just so you know what I was talking here about, Wilt, as far as points scored in a season, he has the most with 4,029. Wilt Chamberlain is ranked first, second, fourth, and fifth, top 5 for most points scored in a season. Can you guess who's third?
Third?
Who's
Jordan.
third? MJ. 3,041. You know who I didn't see in that category?
LeBron.
I didn't.
I was gonna say, you know,
Love this show.
the change that how basketball has changed in general with the 3-point shot. And I was talking about this on a show this weekend, and how it literally, I was waiting for Stephen Curry to be up there because the 3-point shot's so relevant. And of course, he never misses.
Right. Yeah, no. He's, as far as that many points, that's not it. But I got one more.
Yeah, let's
I
do
got
it.
one more.
Let's do it.
In honor of my people. March 15th, 2014, Ireland edges France 22-20 at Stade de France Saint-Denis to beat England on points difference and win 6 Nations Rugby Championships. First international match for Ireland center Brian Driscoll with record 141 caps. I have a picture of those brave men that did that back then.
He takes the map
He's on fire.
That's right.
Elvis Presley or something.
But I figured in honor of St. Patrick's Day coming up, I would give Ireland a little pub.
There you go. There you go.
Very, very.
Do you drink the green beer too?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't do the green beer. Yeah.
Got a few minutes left on the show.
I like to disappoint. I like to disappoint. That's what I do.
That's what she said. So,
That's fine. I'm in it for. Hey,
15 years, you're good.
I'm in it for me anyway.
Is
so
it
it's all
15
good.
years or 18 years?
It's all
15.
good. Hey,
15
Hey,
years. You're good.
I'm in it for me anyway. It's
You
all
know,
good.
so St. Patty's Day is on Wednesday, and we have the show.
It's a race,
We
and
have
I
the
win.
show
It's okay.
Thursday. We have the show Thursday, and I cannot wait to see what we look like on Thursday for the show. So Thursday will be a little probably hungover. I'm just
I was
saying.
gonna say, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? No.
I want to see Lauren on Wednesday. Where are you going?
I'm not doing anything on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I actually
What?
worked the Rockets game Wednesday night.
She's not gonna do a DAMN thing.
I'll be working till 11 or so. What are you talking about?
All right. Well,
Yeah, this isn't.
watch the Rockets lose 27 in a row.
This isn't high school. Lauren.
Let's not. I know.
All right, let's drop the mic for a minute with Peter Dedinas. You got any trouble with the law called the Tiger. Pete Dedinas, 713-675-5555. What?
You just really sound like, the Texas Hammer.
Yeah, well, I mean, he told me to say Tiger, so I was like, it's called the Tiger.
Well, you did it.
There it is.
I am a mule. You're
What? It's 713-675-5555.
What was that? Was that your tiger roar there, Lauren?
No, hers is.
Well,
No, she didn't do that. She
I
did
was
something
saying
else.
I have my meal and you have your.
Oh, all right.
All right.
J-Lo got disengaged as of today. They split up, and then now she has 5 engagement rings. She needs one more to tie Jordan.
Wow.
That's great.
She's getting up there.
That's great.
Wow.
That's right. Hey, and
Does
just
Jordan have 6 rings?
Yeah, that's what I said. She needs one more.
Hey.
She's got 5 and get
and just so you know,
weren't they planning to buy a baseball team?
Yeah,
or
they
something?
were.
They were talking about it.
She should have just done the marriage. Like she owned a baseball team at this point.
Just so you know,
She don't care about baseball. I bet
Yeah.
she hates
if
baseball
J-Lo
now.
can get
Oh, yeah, I bet
if
she
J-Lo
does.
can get cheated on, none of us have any hope.
Right? Did you see the girl that A-Rod cheated? I mean, she's a gorgeous
Apparently
girl,
from
but
that Southern Charm show or something.
she had to
If
sign.
J-Lo-
She had to sign an NDA saying that she wouldn't say anything about. I guess their little whatever.
If
But
J-Lo can get cheated on,
Signed
none of
up
us
on
have any
the-
hope.
anyways, so yeah, she again she's out the game.
Are you, like,
well, actually, she's
What?
she's in the
calling your
game.
wife out?
No, I'm just saying, if J-Lo can get cheated on, then I mean,
All of us are screwed.
then we should all be concerned.
One more thing: the Astros play the Oakland A's 7 of the first 9 games, and just out of the blue, Mike Fiers is injured for the first 10 games of the season.
Let's fire.
So Mike Fiers will not be facing the Astros for 7. They play the A's 7 of the first 9 games.
Dude, you're obsessed with Mike Fiers, man.
No, I just think it's funny. I mean, it really is.
You
Like,
are.
They pull him off every time.
Well, yes, it is ironic, but Astros fans are obsessed with Mike Fiers.
Well, yeah. I mean, he blew a whistle,
He
and it
was the
shouldn't.
one who called everything out.
He shouldn't have been I mean, look, did the Astros cheat? I mean, we saw, yes, they did, but so did the Red Sox, so did the Yankees, so did the Twins, so did, I mean, there's a
an
list goes on and on and on and on and on. You know, and other teams cheated as well. They just didn't get busted like the Astros did. The Astros were dumb.
Yeah, I
Every
know,
team
I
has
know.
their advantage.
I got you. I'm just saying. So who are you mad at? You mad with the person that robs the bank or the person that tells on them?
No, I'm mad at you right now. I'm just kidding. Where are you, Pete? We need you, Pete Dedinas.
All right. All right, y'all. We got a few more minutes in here. Grant, who do you have winning the NCAA tournament?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
I don't know who's going to be Gonzaga.
Lauren Leal?
Go Cougs!
I knew you were going to do that. I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to say U of H.
You have got to be kidding
My alma
me.
mater, all my family went to U of H. I mean, I'm a Coug through and through. I grew up a Longhorn fan, and I cheer for the Longhorns, but I'm a Coug through and through.
Anyways, y'all go to our Sports with Balls page. I'm going to put up a bracket. You guys can
Jeff,
fill it
you
out.
didn't answer.
Let us know. What?
Who are you got?
Oh, I
Depends
got
on the
Gonzaga.
weather.
I got.
Yeah.
He's going to wait and see what the
arena.
He's going to wait and see what the weather looks like.
Inside
And
of
he's
the
gonna make
arena.
that decision. That's what Jeff likes to do.
I got Gonzaga. I got Gonzaga and Illinois, and I have Gonzaga beating Illinois in the final.
Oh my gosh.
I like
Well, we have that coming up, and we got our baseball special coming up.
Yes, we'll have our baseball special on March 29th. It'll be maybe even a 2-hour show. We're going to break down all the teams. We'll go over absolutely everything. New rules, things they're trying to implement in the single A league. We're going to go over, basically everything that has to do with baseball on March 29th because the season kicks off April 1st.
Let's do it, baby.
I can't tell you how excited I am for baseball to come.
Me too. I keep watching this re-air of the Astros. Yeah, it's exciting. Can't wait for
David
baseball.
Carrier, call him, guys. Call him at Smarter Mortgage, 281-650-0648. Mention Sports with Balls. Get a free quote ASAP. You need a loan. Call David. Call today to secure tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And when do you need anything, phone services, cable services, anything like this, just call Hybrid Technologies Group. Hybrid Technologies Group. Simple as that. Roy Stanton at 832-336-1201. He'll hook you up.
I'm just hanging out in the back of the truck. What's up? I'm in the back of the truck.
I like how it looks.
What's up?
I
I got to thank Construction
this.
Concepts. They are changing corporate culture one design at a time. Call them 713-589-2682.
What was it that Elvis said? He was like,
That was good.
That was.
I feel like you, whenever you keep taking the mic like that, that's what I think of.
Oh, Jeff singing. Oh, wow. Now all we got to do is just get the hip shake. The hip movement.
They build shit, right? All right.
They build shit. I forgot. I was so concentrated on my truck back here.
Look at that.
Joe
Yeah.
Applewhite.
I'm drinking-
Picture that.
Just
I'm drinking
give
beer in
Joe
the back of the
call.
truck.
You want a house called
What's
Joe?
up?
You want to get it paid for? Call David. That's it. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
There you go.
And then
that's
if
as good as you can say
you go
right
out
there,
drinking and
brother.
driving, you get in trouble, call Pete.
Don't do it.
Don't do
it, though.
Call Uber.
Don't do
Right in the back of the truck like I am.
And on Wednesday, don't blow all your stimulus check. The Tiger, Pete Dedinas. Don't blow all your stimulus check on Wednesday. I got to get out of here.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. As always, at Christian's Tailgate.
Yes,
Best places in
let me
Midtown
tell
to
y'all.
come.
Taco Tuesday tomorrow. Let's see. St. Patty's Day is
some great tacos.
steak night. Two for $15 Irish car bombs, $2 Jello shots, and $15 domestic buckets for March Madness all weekend. So
Who do I complain to about the Irish car bomb situation? How do I cancel that?
Trump.
No, I'm going to cancel that. I'm offended. I'm triggered.
All right, y'all. We'll trigger you on Thursday. We'll be back at 7 p.m., y'all. See you. For Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, Grant Miles.
And Johnny J.
And Johnny J. Sports with Balls. We out.
Peace.
Jump in my C4 and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.